Peyton, I mean, it's been a long time between games, obviously, for you guys. Are you happy with the way the team has kept its focus over these last few weeks?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good time to just kind of develop and stay sharp and just go out there with the guys and get another month of football and having fun with it. So I'm happy with where we're at. Had enough practices to stay sharp, so it's been a good little month of football.
Not exactly a sunshiny welcome to the Sunshine State, but I'd imagine you guys are happy to be in Florida for this next week, yeah?
We are excited to be down here. Just looking forward to, like I said, spending another week with the guys, being down here, playing an SEC opponent, something that we don't get to do very often. It's an exciting time for our team.
Can you guys, with a late surge in the season and a win in the bowl game, carry momentum, you think, over the summer, even into next year? Does this game really matter looking even forward for the program?
I think so. I think it matters a lot. And like I said, playing a different team, somebody that we don't really get to play against, and coming down here and playing well, I think it'll carry a lot of momentum if we play well in this game, get a win. It'd be good for recruiting. Be good for the young guys to continue to develop and look back and say, look, we can compete with some good football teams. So I think it would mean a lot to us.
Peyton, I read a little bit about your season, and it was a little bit of a stop-start thing, But once you got the job and you knew you were going to have it for the rest of the season, has it made it easier to prepare and mentally, how much easier has it been knowing that you're the guy?
Yeah, I think mentally it's easier more than anything, because physically I was getting the reps. That was never really an issue. But just mentally knowing that I was going to be the guy, preparing like I was going to be the guy every single week, that does make a big difference. And I kind of locked in. It was always locked in, but I think when I knew I was the guy, there was a little bit more added pressure maybe, and just making sure I stayed focused, stayed locked in every single week, and that's made the difference.
This means another week you get to be around Coach DeBoer as well and kind of learn from him and take things from him. So over the course of the year, what are some specific things you think he's helped you grow in terms of a player and a person as well?
I think situationally more than anything. I've kind of understood like what he likes to call in certain situations, just asking him questions, end to half, third down situations, just the way he thinks, because he's so smart. He gets us in good situations, and kind of taking those little small nuances away from what he does. My future wanting to be a coach, so just kind of paying attention to the things that he's done over the time situationally has been helpful for me.
Has that been like conversations you've had, I guess, with him? Maybe like you're trying to take things from him, considering that you want to be a coach in the future, and if so, like, what does that look like when you guys talk?
Yeah, I think it's all. I think me and Jack do a good job of asking questions when we're curious of why he called a certain play, how he sets certain things up, and he always has a reason why. He never is just calling plays just to call plays, and I think that's something as a young player that maybe you don't understand as well. But now that I've kind of grown up and been around college football for a little bit, asking those questions and understanding why we do things is just as important as the play that's called.
What jumped out at you on film about Tennessee?
They're big, they're athletic on defense, really, really big up front, kind of comparable to Nebraska up front, but super athletic on the back end as well. They can run around. They got a bunch of guys who come in and out for them that, like stay fresh, and they're a really, really good defense. So it'll be a good test for us, but I think we'll have some things in the game plan that'll allow us to have some success.
You talked a little bit about when you guys first started bowl prep, kind of getting away from football for a week and then kind of easing into it. I mean, what's the key to make sure you guys aren't rusty when the game comes around? What's this next week look like for you guys?
Yeah, I think it's big to continue to stay sharp, but we've had 9 or so practices to this point. We've done a good job of being out there and playing football. So. I think it'll be a first, maybe a drive or two to get the blocking and the tackling back and those kinds of things that we haven't done in a while. But we've been playing, we've been practicing, we've been out there staying sharp, so hopefully the rust isn't too big of an issue.
And with Kalen, I know he's had to obviously balance out, with the Fresno situation. Has he been able to be completely involved with you in terms of prepping for this game?
Oh yeah, 100% involved. He's continuing to stay locked in. He cares a lot about this team. He cares a lot about this program and what we've been able to do this year. And I think that's where his mind's at. I think his mind is focused on this Tennessee game, and we have all the confidence in the world in him.
Have there been a couple guys that maybe some of the younger players that have jumped out to you during these extra practices who have maybe taken a lead that you've seen from their progression this year?
Yeah, I think Miles Marshall is a guy that I've seen through this bowl prep that he's kind of taken upon himself to come in and be that consistent kind of guy every single day. I think David Ellis is the same way. those two guys, more than anybody, have really jumped out at me as skill position guys that that played a lot this year, and are kind of willing and ready to take the next step as big time players.